Hey guys, I am back. Oh my goodness. I took so long to get back to recording this video simply because of just a tiny little bit small little disappointment. But how can I not be? How can anyone not be disappointed after what seemed like such a close call? Yeah, so you guys might look at the game and say, well, we scored what in the last dying minutes of the game. We were trailing 2-0 for a long time, and so it wasn't really that close. But really, it was really close. Okay, let's get into it. I'm sorry I took so long to bring up this video. A couple of things happened. The game played at 1 a.m. on Monday morning. That was the same day I went back to work. And at the same time, I felt a little bit sick. I had some stomach pains. I think I ate bad food. I don't know what it is that I ate, because I had people over at my place on the weekend. We all ate the same food. We all drank the same beverages. They are fine. And yeah, I was not fine. The cooker of the food turned out to not be fine. But eventually, I healed from physical pain. And I am fine. That's why I'm here recording. I must tell you, it's Wednesday as I'm recording this video. So it's been well over 48 hours since the game passed, even longer than that, perhaps. The game played on Sunday night, South African or Morocco time, and Monday morning, 1 a.m. for me here in Japan, Tokyo, Japan. And so, yeah, I couldn't do the video immediately on Monday because I had to watch the game, but I couldn't watch the game because I was sick. And then I couldn't do other things as well. I couldn't do any research. I couldn't catch up. But eventually I did it. And now I'm sitting here a little bit disappointed as well. Yeah, the other thing, after recovering from the sickness, I had to recover from the mini depression of crashing out of AFCON in the round of 16. This is like one of the earliest knockout. No, not one of. This is the earliest knockout round people can crash out in. And what a bummer, especially after we went so far last time around in 2023, when we went all the way to the semifinals. And especially with I say especially a lot, sorry. And if you consider that I was comparing 1996 and 2025, obviously 1996, we won it. We had beaten Cameroon in the group stages 3-0. This time they got the better of us. They beat us in the knockout round 2-1, which I thought was a pretty balanced game. Also, a lot of luck played in there. If you think about it, in the first 25 minutes or so, we had really good chances. If we had buried those, we would be talking completely a different story. But we didn't take our chances. And that's what happens in football. Very cliche. If you don't bury your chances, if you don't put the ball in the back of the net, your opponents will get their turn. And if they do what needs to be done, they will be the victors. And that's what happened. So much. The game itself, like I said in previous games, I'm not a big tactician and I don't discuss what could have gone or how the manager should have played. If I knew all those things, then I would be a football coach, but I don't really know those things. And you can also tell by my football knowledge, or you can tell by how positive and how gung-ho I was that we are going to win this, just how far or how good my football knowledge stretches. I go mostly by feeling, and my feeling was there. I had my pops with me and I thought, oh my goodness, this is the year that we do it. But it is not, meaning we have to wait for the next one. And I'm going to be silent for now, for a little bit, but rest assured, I am always going to be positive about Bafana Bafana. I'm always going to be positive about every football team that I support. Many people know me that I support possibly some of the two worst giants in the world, Kaizer Chiefs, African giants, but now they are terrible. I support Manchester United. They are world giants, but now they are terrible. Absolute shite. That's what they always say. I tell a lot of people that a 2-0 score is quite a dangerous score. Many people will know, because if you are leading 2-0 and your opponent comes and scores one goal, they have now almost what feels like the upper hand. They just get a second wind. And when it's sitting at 2-1, you can almost feel that it anytime easily can be either 3-1, meaning, yeah, they will go ahead and win, or it'll go to 2-2. And once it goes to 2-2, the people that have conceded, making it now 2-2, like the ones that have conceded the goal, as in letting go of their lead, they usually get so nervous and they get so shaky at the back, in the middle. They lose their duels and they feel like, oh my goodness, now we are under siege. That usually happens. And I thought that could have happened for Bafana Bafana as well. If we had just scored, we scored our first goal, or our only goal, in the 88th, 87th minute. And I think if we had scored it a little bit earlier, say we scored it maybe in the 60th minute, or latest by the 70th, 75th minute, then we could have done something. Cameroon would have panicked. We almost had that goal under control. We had upper hand in most cases. Just that luck wasn't there for us. We couldn't get the ball into the back of the net. Things were just not working out for us. And I feel like the same can be said about the game versus Egypt as well. Egypt, man, we had them. They came out defending, and then next thing, they get a lucky penalty. And then when we attack, things are just not going our way, and creativity was just not there for us. This time in the round of 16 against Cameroon, we had a little bit of creativity. We created goals, just that we couldn't bury them. I felt like we needed someone that was more experienced, someone that was ruthless. Kilampela, do you guys remember him? During Peter Musima's time, we needed someone with that ruthlessness. Benny McCarthy back in 98 and the early 2000s. We needed that ruthlessness, somebody that could take the ball and put it at the back of the net. Simple as that. That's all that football is. They managed to do it, and yeah, they killed us. They killed us early, almost in the middle of the first half, and then again early on in the second half. So, what a bummer. I am really gutted. People said I had a loud mouth, and people said I jinxed Bafana Bafana. I don't care. I didn't jinx anyone. Those guys, they had their jobs to do. I did my job as supporting them and rooting for them. And it's not even over yet. I'm still going to do the same, because in a few months' time, we're going to be going to Mexico. We're going to be going to the United States for the World Cup. And if you thought I had a loud mouth throughout the AFCON, wait for the World Cup to come through. Then you'll hear my loud mouth, because then I will be supporting them. I'll be supporting South Africa against the greatest villains in the world, the United States. I don't think we'll ever play against the United States. Our group is, I've got Mexico and the likes in there. But yeah, I don't know what else we could have done in the game to get through. I think the boys, they showed like a valiant fight. The boys really did their best. Ronan Williams, our captain, I really like that guy. Yeah, but one of the things that we are missing a lot, and I've also heard it from a couple of people I saw on X or Twitter, talking about Tembazwan. Tembazwan is kind of old, guys, but yeah, but however are we gonna replace him? I just don't know. Another thing, I feel like maybe Hugo Bruce also was slightly trusting on the starting 11. If we had made the substitutions a little bit earlier, something could have come out. Or something else could have happened, and maybe we could have just edged it a little bit more. Man, Cameroon are such small boys. We should have really had them. But now they go through into let me check, into the quarterfinals. I don't know who they are playing, Cameroon, and that would have basically been our next opponent. But I wish them all the best. I hope they get knocked out quickly for simple reasons that I need Brian Mbumo to come back. Ooh, it's Cameroon versus Morocco. That's going to be a gem of a game. The quarterfinals are playing for me at 4 a.m. On Saturday morning. Mali, Senegal, it's going to be a bump of a game, that one. Imagine if Mali just kept on going as strong as they've been going. Algeria, Nigeria, I think Nigeria is going to maybe have the edge over them, because they're playing really good. I don't know what's happening between the beef with Ademola Lookman and the other guy, Osimhen. And then there's Egypt versus Cote d'Ivoire. I want Egypt to go through simply because I need Mo Salah to stay in the AFCON, and I want Amad Diallo to come back to Manchester. So now I'm being very selfish. And I must also admit, I won't really be waking up to watch the AFCON anymore. I was only watching it for Bafana Bafana. I will be cheering through highlights, some of the teams that I really like. I wanted us to meet Morocco somewhere along the way, but alas, it is not going to happen. So Morocco should actually go through all the way to the final, I hope, because they are the host nation, and host nations usually have a little bit of an advantage. And by the way things are going, it just seems like Lady Luck is on Morocco's side. I am not going to be on the same bandwagon of those people saying, no, people are cheating on AFCON and they are trying to get Morocco to go through, or they're trying to get the sort of the Arabic side of Africa to be the ones that are, you know, making it to the final and eventually winning it, and blah, 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 to say, oh, lots of cheating, lots of corruption. No, I'm not on that bandwagon. I am going to be rooting for Nigeria, a little bit maybe of Mali, the underdogs. Look, Cameroon, it would be nice if Cameroon also went through all the way. But like I said, I need Brian Boomer to come back to Manchester United to save us, because it is also shambles there. Oh my goodness. Manchester United, for people that follow football, what a terrible team. They've just fired their manager, Ruben Amorim, if you didn't know. Hello. They fired that guy. He was absolutely terrible as well. I mean, 36 or 38 win percentage. That guy was whack. But his philosophies and the way he tried to put discipline, the way he tried to cut out rotten tomatoes in the team, that was pretty good. That's it. That is my whole take on football. And I think with that, I am done talking about football. If there's anything else that you guys want to know about what's happening here in Japan, yeah, do hit me up in the comments. I'll share a little bit with you. I can guarantee you Japanese people are not watching the AFCON. I went out to a couple of bars last week to see if they have got any replays or playing highlights of AFCON. Nothing. And I asked some of the bartenders, I said, hey, the sports bars that I go to, I asked them, hey guys, are you going to be showing some AFCON games? And they're like, hey, what AFCON, what is that? And I said, no, it's the big tournament that's happening in Africa, of African nations. And they're like, no, we're not going to be showing those. Yeah, I see they're not supporting those terrible guys. But things are all good here in Japan. The week started off quite shaky. There were back-to-back earthquakes on Tuesday, and that kept me a little bit busy at work. Not so much though, because earthquakes are not weather, but there were hectic earthquakes that happened in this prefecture called Shimane. I don't know if you know, Japan is kind of in waiting. We are waiting for this massive earthquake that is going to happen anytime soon. Not like anytime soon as in tomorrow or next week, but anytime between the next 24 hours and 20 years, basically. Yeah, it's called the mega quake. It is supposed to happen because Japan is situated on top of moving plates, a bunch of maybe about 4 or 5 plates that are coming together. That's why Japan is kind of known as the Ring of Fire in terms of seismology and geology. So that's the problem with me now, but I'll be fine. I'm in Tokyo or, Kawasaki region. So I hope, crossing fingers, that it doesn't happen. I'm not a big praying guy, but this time I will be praying that my life is spared, because I want to be alive long enough to see Bafana lift the AFCON again and eventually lift the World Cup. I don't know when we will win the World Cup, if ever we will. But yeah, that's what's been happening out here in Japan, and the weather has been crazy. The winter is intense. It has been so cold. So cold. I'm telling you, this winter is nuts. I thought I'd gotten used to Japanese or Northern Hemisphere winters, but no, I haven't. This year around, it is intense. Don't be fooled by these short sleeves. It's nice and warm in the house at the moment, but yeah, the minute you step outside. This morning, I took my bicycle to go to the train station to get to work, and I could feel a little bit of like ice crystals hitting my face, and I thought, whoa, it might snow soon. But it never did, but it was very close to snowing. Eventually, it will snow. It did snow last weekend or a few days. Sometime last week, it snowed a little bit here in Tokyo. Not enough to accumulate or anything, but it snowed a little bit, which actually reminded me I need to get my snowboard out. Yeah, polish it up a little bit and get it ready for snowboarding. Me and my man Theo, hopefully we will go out and hit the slopes soon, and I'll take some videos of the slopes and show you. Yeah, that's just about it in terms of this video and in terms of the Africa Cup of Nations. If you are supporting here in Japan or in the United States, across the world, speaking of the United States, sorry, small digress there. Those guys, man, just flying into Venezuela, grabbing the president, and they're like, yeah, we are here for your oil. We are here to save you, but actually we are here. Those guys are the true villains of the world, aren't they? Yeah. Well, politics. Okay. I've been finding it very funny. People are uploading these really funny memes, especially Africans, of making fufu and and like goosey, a pepper soup or something, but then they add too much oil and they're like, oh my God, be careful. Don't add extra oil. Otherwise, Donald Trump will come and invade your country too. So those have been really funny, cooking and then adding a little bit of oil and then like, yeah, watch out. Too much oil will lead to an invasion by the United States. Yeah. United Nations, guys, what are you going to do about this? You're just going to just chill? Are you guys going to wait for them to invade Greenland first and then say, oh, because Greenland is full of white people, yeah? Okay. Let me not go there. Let me not go into race and relations. Yeah, if you are supporting AFCON anywhere else, if your country is still taking part, yeah, do enjoy. And yeah, let's have a chat in the comment sections. Please like and subscribe, do follow, and yeah, let's catch up. Now that South Africa is out of the AFCON, I'm going to have to start finding new topics to talk about. And hopefully I can also get back to shooting videos for my other podcast with Evans called Black Vibes Japan. Please do subscribe to that one where we talk about our vibes here in Japan. Other than that, let's all cross fingers that Mali does the business. Let's cross fingers that Nigeria does the business. These are the teams I want to go through. Let's cross fingers that I want to say Ivory Coast, but no, I need Amad Diallo to come back. But Egypt, yeah, do your thing, bro. And then Cameroon. Actually, in this one, I can be lenient and let Mbumo stay. So Cameroon must knock out Morocco. Yeah, for Central Africa, you know, it can't all be either West or North Africa getting to the finals. Let's see what Central Africa can bring to the table. Yeah, other than that, Southern Africa, we all crashed out, man. We tried our best and we lost. I think Bafana have now arrived in South Africa. I'll try to catch up. I haven't really been on social media much or online because, yeah, like I said, I was kind of sick a little bit. Maybe the chilies that I've been putting in my food, you know, decided, you know what, enough is enough. Because I had like half diarrhea. I had stomach pains the other day. It was just intense. But I survived. Now I'm back and hopefully I will release more videos. I will keep updating you on the AFCON. I'll keep updating you on what's happening here in Japan and also anything else that's interesting that comes up here. You let me know. We'll talk about it and see what happens. I did promise you that we'll look into the lifestyle of African footballers taking, you know, part in the AFCON. That will still come. Like I said, I needed to do a bit more research on that. I didn't get the time, but that will still come. I took long to get to this one because I was nursing my ego and the pain that I suffered for Bafana being knocked out. And yeah, guys, let's hope we do better in the next AFCON. I'll be here again and I'll be making videos. And the next one to look out for or look forward to is the friendlies that are coming up in March, 2 or 3 months time. And then we'll be taking on the World Cup in the United States, Mexico, and Canada in the summer. June, July, the winter of Southern Africa, or people in, I shouldn't say Southern Africa, people in the Southern Hemisphere, they'll be going through winter. The rest of us will be back in the nice golden season. Okay, that's it for today. I'll see you guys again soon. Please have a good time. I hope you enjoyed the festive. Now, kick on the new year. Don't forget to save. Don't forget to stick to your New Year's resolutions. Go to gym. Do the things that you wanted to do. Drink. I'm going to drink this Black Label. Remember, I said I'm going to drink this Black Label into the knockout stages. Yeah, I am going to drink it. And I must say, I am not so scared of drinking it anymore because I got 2 more from my friend Mads. Yeah, she had a stash somewhere and she gave me 2. And I'm very happy about that. So this one is dying tonight. I'm about to go have dinner and I'll have one Black Label. I was going to have another Black Label when we go to the final, but since we are not getting to the final, I will still have it for whoever is in the final. And then I will see you then. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.